Hello, hello. I think we are live. I'm going to go ahead and post a story on Instagram to bring some people in. We'll see. Or I'll be streaming to myself.
What is going on, everyone? I'm going live on YouTube, so if you see this in the story, then just go to youtube.com, Vegan Black Metal Chef.
What is going on? I'm going to give things a moment for people to get here. I'm going to see if my different camera angles work. Did I not set these up? I set two up, but that is it. I'm gonna have to manually switch these. What is up, Dukushai? What is going on, everyone? So I am sort of well, not really starting from scratch in a sense, but my computer crashed not too long ago, my main computer. And now granted, I was in the process of converting over to a new computer, but this is the new computer, so I'm going to have to work out all the kinks of the first live stream with this. I realized I didn't set up all my little camera angles like I normally do on my little switcher, so I'm gonna have to do that manually. And yeah, I know it's been a while. How have things been with y'all? Baste the tofurkey. Yes. I haven't had a tofurkey in a minute. I miss those things. That shit's good. Well, let's see. So today we're going to be experimenting with Trinidadian doubles. And get this damn candelabra out of the way. And I have not yet completely successfully made these, so this is a true experiment, although I have tried a couple times, and I think I've gotten pretty damn close enough to attempt this on a live stream, but we'll find out what happens. If you've never had Trinidadian doubles, it is sort of like, it's pretty unique, actually, in some senses. It's like sort of Indian Caribbean, as many of those dishes are, and you typically take like an Indian chana masala, like a chickpea curry, and you put it in between two pieces of this fried bread called bara, and I'm attempting to make that today. I made the dough in my bread maker. I did the exact same thing as the pizza dough in the pizza episode. Check out the pizza episode. Although in that episode I make it by hand. In this, if you want the easy cheater method, go to a thrift store and purchase a bread maker for like $3 to $5 because no one wants them. And I don't use it to make bread, but I do use it to do all the dough mixing when you could just toss all the ingredients, the exact same proportions in the pizza episode, and then hit the dough button, and then it's gonna do its thing. What's going on, Pamela? And so yeah, the only difference is I put a little bit of curry powder in the dough compared to the pizza episode. but otherwise it is exactly the same. 2 parts of flour, 3/4 of 1 part of water, so less water than you think, and a bit of oil. Bara bread is oily, so I'm going to actually coat my hands in oil to try to make these. And I'm going to be deep frying it in this deep fryer, as well as making a super simple chana masala on the stove. And so, yeah. Teach me to summon this deliciousness into the mortal realm. You shall learn of this live stream how to at least experiment, because sometimes you have to make bad food before you make good food, and sometimes things don't always work out, but we're going to try to have things work out this time. We'll see. If not, I'll show you how to pickle vegetables for a banh mi sandwich. We'll see what happens. And make sure that my deep fryer cord, it's not very long. I think I'm gonna have to plug it in over here and then just move the camera. Pamela just saw Guar in concert last Wednesday night. I'm a huge Guar fan, actually. And the song that truly got me into Guar was The Road Behind. So if you're watching this and you've never heard of Guar, or you're just like, yeah, I've heard of Guar, but I didn't know they actually played music along with spraying blood, then check out The Road Behind. Go ahead and start cutting up some stuff for this this chana masala. Have any of y'all ever seen Guar in the comments? Well, this is gonna be kind of weird, but whatever. This is gonna work. Got, whoa, the food cam. And yeah, there we go, that's good now. Fingernails are still red. Yeah, no, I believe it. It's Guar is quite the amazing time. R.I.P. to the original singer and main impetus of things, Oderus Urungus, or David Brockie. And but you know what? I would still see Guar, and I have seen Guar happily without David Brockie, so Guar lives on. Yeah, your t-shirt stains red, and it should be, because I typically wear a shirt that can be stained to see Guar, and it's great. Watch Guar videos but never seen them. Oh yeah. Let me start cutting this shit. Got no time to waste. I'm already heating up the deep fryer. So first, I'm just gonna make a super simple chana masala or chickpea curry. And while that's making, I'll try to fry the bread for this. Now, granted, I don't have any Scotch bonnet pepper sauce, and I don't have any tamarind sauce, so it's not really getting the true feel of the doubles. But if this bread method works out, then I'll acquire some tamarind sauce or attempt to make some. I wonder if I have some tamarind broth I can make some with. Slimenstra Hyman, hell yeah. I have never seen guar with Slimenstra Hyman. I'm not quite that old school guar fan to be able to see them live. Although I saw them live, what was the first time? First time I saw them live was, I think, like high school or something. So in the late 90s, because I'm an ancient soul. I am 44 now, and you can see the gray hairs all over the place. I'm about to dye my hair again, so I'm letting the sides grow out. And so then I dye it, and then the hair sort of protects the rest of the scalp from the dye, and then I shave the sides off, and it makes it easier than just a stained scalp for a while. And but yeah, I saw guar for the first time in the 90s, and at the Masquerade in Tampa, which doesn't exist anymore. I think it's owned by the same people that own the Masquerade in Atlanta, but Masquerade in Tampa, Florida, which doesn't exist anymore. And I remember hanging off of like a railing between, like, there's like an upper level and the main floor pit. But yeah, it was that was an amazing time. Do you have any shirt and recipe book bundles? What is up, Erica? Sadly, I don't even currently have the shirts for sale. I'm trying to the place that that I was using to do the print on demand for the shirts all of a sudden stopped their storefront option, which was like one of the main reasons that I used them. So I'm gonna have to set up like a Shopify or something if I'm going to have the shirts going on again. And which, yeah, if I get things rolling again and there's enough demand, then I'll happily do that. But yeah. All right, so I've got some onions, some tomato, and I cut up some Thai green chili. Let's go ahead and start. Grab some chickpeas. I'm kind of a bean snob in that in the United States, if you're here, I just think Goya beans are the best. I'm not paid by Goya. I'm not endorsed by Goya. I don't even think they have like I think I even read somewhere maybe they're one of their higher ups, or the owner is kind of a jerk or has differing views than I do. But damn, they make a damn good bean. What is up, Chris? How's it going? It's yeah. Okay. Well, I will try to get shirts up and running again. You recommend Ko-Fi? Oh, as a as like a print on demand thing. I'll have to check them out. I think I was using Printify, and yeah, they had they changed their policies. I think they got bought out by Printful, and I think everything changed. I'm gonna save this delicious bean can water just in case I need it for things. Sometimes I just leave it in the fridge forever and it just grows an ecosystem. And then I have to throw away the Tupperware or wash the Tupperware if I think it can be saved. But sometimes you can use that bean can water as like a thickener. Or, yeah, aquafaba. Look it up. All right, let me go ahead and do the. Let's toss some oil in there. We're gonna make super basic chickpea curry to get this going. And then we're gonna fry bread because fried bread is delicious. Get the onion sauteing. Then we'll throw in the chickpeas and the other things. Soup. Brian is bean water, just bean soup. I will show you what pots and pans there are. It's a weird name to pronounce. It starts with a C, but give me 1 second. Need to get all my little camera angles on my switcher so I don't have to find them. Calphalon. I think I got these at like Tuesday morning somewhere on sale, and they've been pretty awesome. I have a cast iron, but I haven't used it much just because I'm lazy and these things are so damn convenient. All right, let's try to make some bara. I'm gonna toss this over. Well, I'll eventually toss it over at the deep fryer. But in the meantime, oh look, you can see you. Did you summon the flame yet? I guess I did, because the deep fryer is on and that stove is on, so the flame has been summoned. I'm gonna do something weird I haven't tried yet. I'm going to coat my hands with a little bit of oil to work with this oily pizza dough. Try to keep it from sticking. We'll see, and to make the dough more oily. And I'm gonna attempt to just flatten out some bread. Make a couple of these. Yeah, I got a cast iron for the win. Like, I have to just start using the cast iron more. And I like it because, I mean, I like the concept of cast iron because, of course, there's no, like non-stick chemicals and things on it, which supposedly are pretty inert in the body, but watched like a whole documentary about like the chemicals that are used to make the chemicals, like are in like all of us or something. And yeah, and just yeah, if the cast iron can be non-stick enough to not be a giant hassle, then give it an attempt. Making these little things. I think I need some more oil on my hands. I'm gonna pour a little bit of oil in a bowl so I can just dip my fingers in it. Feels kind of silly to wash my hands, but at the same time, I don't like oil all over my hands. And we're just gonna fry this bread for like a couple seconds. I run out of plates? Damn, already. I'm not prepared. What am I doing? I need my deep fryer spatula or strainer. Here's my sink. Come on, I can get this relatively centered. Maybe this thing. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, good enough. Vero is at work catching my live. Ah, thank you for the super chat. Aracat. Dreamweaver, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Let's, well, I should have tested that before I dropped that in there because the oil might not have been quite hot enough. See how this one comes out. Probably could have cleaned the deep fryer before this time as well, but you know what? Sometimes everything can't be perfectly lined up in life. You just have to do it. You just have to do the thing, despite the imperfections. And I don't want to over fry it, but that is looking okay pretty quickly. I'll give it another couple seconds. That looks okay. It looks a little thick for Bara, but I'll try to make the next one thinner. But I'm sure fried bread is not going to be that bad no matter what. Let's try to make this a little bit thinner. The deep fryer has seen the fires of hell and taught us. Yes. Flavor crystals. Exactly. To be fair, I'm terrified of deep frying. Well, honestly, if you get like a deep fryer for like 20 to 50 bucks, then it regulates the temperature for you. So that's pretty awesome. If you try doing it on the stove, you'd be very surprised about how hot things get very quickly. And it can combust pretty easily on the stove. So I would recommend getting a specialized deep fryer. They are not expensive. I've had this one, as you can see, for absolutely ever. And it's still going. That deep fryer needs a name. Would you like to name the fiery chunk bucket from hell? Been there. Yeah. It's a rough thing. Oh, and I'm burning my onions over here. So try to pay attention to that at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the chickpeas, curry powder, and other things. All right, did the thinner make it any better? We'll find out. This is not super traditional bara, but I'm not a super traditional guy. We'll see how it tastes. Toss in the oops. Toss in the chickpeas. I'm just gonna toss in everything. I don't have time for this. Chickpeas, tomatoes, green chilies. Get that going. Grab a wooden spoon. Let's get some curry powder. I'm gonna wash my hands now real quick. Can't do this with oil hands. Got some Jamaican style curry powder. I'm going to mix that with a little bit of Indian curry powder. Just because I like a little bit of saffron in my chana masala. So I'll be adding a little bit of saffron in a moment and some cilantro. But let's just get this going. What oil do I use? This is canola oil right now. I buy it by the very large jar at Walmart because it's quite cheap there. Rice would go well with this. Quite perhaps. The bread sort of replaces the rice, typically. But you didn't get the notification. Damn. Hopefully figure out how to do that. Lucifer's Cauldron. That is a pretty damn good name for the fryer. Lucifer's Cauldron. How's the new book coming? Well, we're experimenting right now for it. I'm at a better place in life now to experiment and write more. So, yeah, it shall be coming. Do I always eat this late? Yeah, I eat kind of whenever. Now, granted, this is a live stream, so that's different from like dipping my hands in the in my little oil bowl again to work with this. So, yeah, I mean, maybe this is a little later than normal, but it's I eat whenever, honestly. I eat whenever I'm hungry. I don't have any rules about the time that I eat. There are no rules. Nacho sauce is awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. That is did you make the peanut or the nut one, or the or just the vegan cheese and vegan milk and butter and sriracha? They're both good. Of course, as vegan cheese has become more easily available and takes less work, then that's always a great option. It's become way better over the years too. But the peanut one, if you remember to soak them, or cashews, is a great option too. Hell yeah, the vegan cheese, that will make people a believer in the vegan cheese if they if they've not, or even the people that say, oh, I don't really like vegan cheese, or different brands of vegan cheese. It almost doesn't matter the brand. I'm gonna make sure that this. Whoa. And I'm gonna attempt to fry these for even less time. I'm gonna try to just drop these in there, take them out in just a second. Let me get this stirring up the chickpeas and things. I'm gonna add some water to this in a second. But yeah, just the vegan cheese sauce. That's the it. All right, this is puffed up. Try to flip it. So yeah, even making them thinner. Well, I'm gonna see if I can make them even thinner, because it's coming out still a bit thicker than normal barra bread and not quite as soft, but I might have to go back to the drawing board with that. But we shall see. At the same time, it's not looking that bad either. File Life is quite good. The Mexican shreds, paprika and garlic. Family loved it. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Get my hands all oiled up. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we got some oily parts of the dough. Let's see if more oil equals softer bread or not. I've tried to use a little bit more water, but it makes it, at least I made it that time, with a little bit too soft. So I'm trying to see if I can just tweak the exact pizza dough ingredients and proportions. Just change the method. Gotta go lunch over. Hell yeah. Oh, your lunch is over. Have a good one. We'll go ahead and add some water and some saffron to this pot. This is what the chana masala is looking like now. Forgot that the bread was in the deep fryer. There's a lot of little things going on. And let's put some saffron and some salt in there, and then this is just about done. It's about ready to try. Couple of little sprigs of saffron, like really not very many at all. Little goes a long way. And a little bit of salt. There's no salt. And a little bit of sugar. I don't have any tamarind sauce, so I got a little bit sweet. With some sugar. We got some chilies in there, but let's also toss some sriracha. So I also don't have any Scotch bonnet sauce. And let that cook. Come back into view. Find. If I could find where I put the little mouse stylus. Put it somewhere. Let me grab my other one. There we go. For those of you that don't know, I've had wrist issues since college. I used to be a computer programmer in college. I worked at a brain lab, and it caused me basically severe tendonitis and like precarpal tunnel syndrome. And what's trying to pull this? So for my mouse, I have to use like one of these tablets, which you can't really see because I can't really pull it around to the correct spot. But yeah, I have to use a Wacom tablet because a regular mouse, just clicking the button like lights my wrists on fire. So it really sucks. Bet my kitchen smells awesome. It does actually. It smells like bread in the house because of the cooking bread. And it's interesting, the curry powder is making it sort of look like whole wheat bread that it's coming out. This is not whole wheat bread, but the curry powder sort of is coloring it that way. So toss another one in. Let's see, I got 1, 2, this will be 3. I might save the rest of this dough and form it into a couple loaves because I made some banh mi ingredients the other day, which is quite incredible to make homemade banh mi's. I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, and I ran out of like French bread hoagie rolls, so I could go buy more, or I could just make a couple with the rest of this dough. Just sort of shape it like that and toss it in the oven. And I'm sure it'll be awesome. What is up, Alejandro? El Asesino Entertainment. What is going on? Made with whole wheat curry, exactly. All right, so very non-traditional, but let's see how this tastes. See if it gets my doubles fix. If you're lucky enough to live somewhere similar to Orlando, Florida, that has a large Caribbean population, the thing to look up, at least in the United States, would be, it's called roti shops. And that is where you'll find these. Because we don't really have it on the street here, so it's not really street food. We don't really have any, or we don't have much street food here. But look up roti shops, and that is where you'll find Trinidadian doubles. Let's try. This is looking good enough. Lower the heat to almost off. Let me toss in some cilantro real quick. Cilantro in America, in I should say in the United States, we call the whole leaves, or like the leaves like this, cilantro, and the seeds coriander. So if you're in a country that only calls it coriander, then that's sort of the distinction that we make. When it's this leaf form, it's cilantro. All right, let's see. See how this goes. Move these things out of the way. Got our chickpea curry, chana masala, and I need to take 2 pieces of the bread. This is definitely thicker than traditional bara. Do need to figure out how to make it a little bit thinner and a little bit lighter and airier. But let's see how this goes. And the roti shots is usually so oily that they put it in between some wax paper. And typically also with some tamarind sauce and some Scotch bonnet pepper sauce or other hot sauce, and then put it on top. So let's see how this came out. Hopefully curry's not so flaming hot. I mean, if you fry dough and you put chickpea curry in it, it's never going to be bad. So, while this is not quite a traditional double, this is still awesome. And I'd eat the hell out of that. Yeah, 40 minutes exactly. Like, it's a solid meal. I mean, of course, you make the dough beforehand. You just toss the ingredients. Well, I toss the ingredients in the bread maker, and yeah, just a simple chickpea curry. Wow, that's really good. Holy crap. Just gonna stuff my face in front of y'all. Snow mukbang. However you pronounce that. Is that still a thing anymore? Do people still watch those? That was like the all the rage for a little while. Watch people eat. I'm not done it. Well, no, maybe I did see it a couple times. Maybe it simulates like eating with a family or something. But yeah, okay. So I mean, overall, it's a fine experiment. I still do need to figure out how to make things a little bit thinner. Maybe I'll even roll it out with a rolling pin to try to get that super thinness, and then just drop it in the fryer for like a second. But ASMR seems to be trending more and more. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's been a thing for quite some time. I like ASMR sounds. Not gonna lie. I don't actively seek it out, and it's gotten way weirder over the years. But yeah, I could put on some headphones and just zone out to some ASMR stuff. Pineapple digests you as you are digesting it. I believe that. That's I mean, if you eat too much pineapple, your mouth is feeling that. Huh. They contain enzymes that eat proteins, including those in your mouth. Yeah, no, I totally believe that. Well, damn, thank y'all for stopping by this first live stream in quite some time. And hopefully this will be the start of many more. And now the computer is powerful enough that I'll even attempt to do some music stuff with live stream and just and see what else I can do besides just the cooking. Need to figure out how to add more value to the world in general. But it's good seeing you all, and I will see you all next time. More Forever Dawn. Hell yeah. Thank you.